You ever drift off when you're doing something you do every day? Like, when you're driving, sometimes you can't remember the journey, or when you're boiling the kettle, you start daydreaming. Sometimes it's a nice thought, sometimes it can make you a bit anxious, or worried or not great. So I want you to think of one of these things that you do automatically most days, and make a mental bridge. Associate that activity with this little practice that I'm about to show you. For me, it's boiling the kettle. So when I switch the kettle on, I take a moment, I close my eyes, and I bring my awareness to the breath, to my breath. I close my mouth and I inhale slowly through my nose, and I really follow the journey of the breath up through the nostrils, and then I really try and feel it going to the back of my throat, and I imagine the breath traveling down through my throat into my lungs, and then even further down into my belly. And what this does is it brings me into the present moment. We spend so much time in the past or the future that our life just slips away. And I've learned to practice more being present. I remember as a young person, every holiday I went on, it would be, okay, I'm going to spend 2 weeks not eating this, drinking this, doing this every day, and this holiday I'm going to come back looking much better. The result being that I was constantly disappointing myself when I was on holiday, and I wasn't enjoying what was going on in that moment, because the holiday was some kind of excuse to make myself better. So, I think about when my children were growing up and I was so busy, I didn't enjoy those tiny little funny moments as much as I could have. And I've come to realize that being present, being in the moment, and it's not easy, I forget it constantly, but if I can make little bridges in the day, like when the kettle boils or when I'm waiting in a queue, I use that to first of all become aware of my breath. So that's a great gateway to the present moment. Come aware of my breath. I slow my breath down. I breathe through my nose. I breathe all the way down and let my belly expand and rise. And I exhale through the nose, letting the belly fall. And then I notice what I'm sitting on or standing on. I check in with how I'm feeling. Do I have any physical sensations going on at the moment? And then I notice my surroundings, what I can see, what I can hear, what I can smell. It only takes a few moments, but it grounds me. It brings me out of the past or the future into the present. And I've noticed a build-up of doing this whenever I remember, or whenever I'm doing this activity that I try to associate with something that I do daily, but like boiling the kettle. I notice those moments of bringing myself into the present moment on a daily basis have really helped my emotional well-being, made me a little calmer and more present and more grounded. And it's a practice, it's a journey, it's progress, not perfection. So why don't you try it? Think about something you do daily. It could be as simple as walking through a door frame, a particular door frame or any door frame, or like me, boiling the kettle, and just take that moment to bring your awareness to your breath, slow your breath down, and then notice what's going on for you, how you're feeling, and what's going on around you. and let me know how you get on. Have a lovely day.